To quickly remind you of some of the topics we'll be discussing and to get you in the mood for the panel and to close the session for our international guests, I'll make real misjustice to all the cities by putting the key idea in one sentence. It might be totally off, so we'll see. We'll see if I caught it. We start with Stockholm, who concentrate on a new kind of idea of public transport or urban node, which is a social node and not the commercial node for urban movement. And these are actually not in order, these are in order in paper, so because it's easier for me to work out this. Second, in Hong Kong, which is a very different case because it's a very, very dense city, and they had an interesting process of redefining the urban structure of the cultural center there, to actually digging up the urban structure from the existing kudos of the city and approaching it that way. Third, of the Tallinn, which was basically about twin cities, connecting cities, but connecting cities through people, not through infrastructure, but connecting Helsinki and Tallinn through activities, joint activities and joint information between the two cities. Then St. Petersburg, the other neighboring city, which is a fresh, in this context, quite fresh case because it was a more traditional urban planning challenge of how to revitalize sort of deteriorating neighborhoods. And the approach was a process-based approach through a sort of a conscious new multi-purposing of these places, houses and areas, and building local business plans to support that. Cape Town, talking about cycling, one of the big themes of the day. I mean, cycling has really been the one of the key topics we've been talking about. They drafted a roadmap for social cycling, roadmap to support cycling in Cape Town through making it a social activity. Then off to Helsinki, in which as a key point, and this is probably Olli will hang me for this, but anyway, is the new defining between mobility and presence in the city. Which is more important? Is it to get from one place to the other fast, or actually is the presence of the city, should we concentrate on that instead of just talking about moving around? So more networked and locally distributed city than the hub-based approach, which is quite present in quite a few of the other presentations. I also have an interesting concept of quality time here. Of you can spend time differently in the city, and you can spend it in also quality time when moving around. And last, to London, which I think was about bringing contrasts closer together, big scale and small scale, temporary versus permanent, and commercial experience versus social experience, how to support the more soft side of these realms. And the last, I want to point one, I think, nice comment or sort of a thought I got from Timo Penttilä's address after the break, which at least he is promising that the stiff creatures are learning to dance when it comes for the case of the city of Helsinki, that the even though it's kind of dinosaur-like, it's learning new tricks when it comes for communicating with the people.